SLCL Provincial League Season 2.
The action continues here at the SLCL Provincial League. Carwan Sports Club is all set to host yet another encounter in it. I've got the two captains representing Thambapanni Lions and Ceylon Falcons CC, and of course Mr. Waqar Latif, our umpire, watching over proceedings. I think Lahiru Malbatta's got the coin. Let's give it a flip. Dilan Suravira will make the call. Head is the call. It is a head. Dilan, you've won the toss. What is your plan?
Bet first.
And why?
Because yesterday also we chose to first betting, and I think his wicket is now is good. His no due is here. I think 175, 180 is good scores that year.
You've played 1-1-1, so there must be confidence in the camp. But are there things you're looking to improve even from that successful first game?
Yeah, yesterday match is we end of good because their team is very good. We know. We try. We will best today.
All the best and go well.
Thank you.
Lairu, happy with the decision?
Yes, of course, we also wanted to bowl first, so it doesn't matter the toss. So yes, we are all ready to go, and bowling first it's good for us.
Have you had a look at the surface? What do you make of it?
Yes, obviously, we also expected some dew in the wicket, but I think it's not that much dew. It's there, so maybe in the later on the game the dew might come to play. Anything we just wanted to restrict the opponent maybe around 170, 165, somewhere around that. So it will be a good total for us to chase.
Even he says 170 is what he wants to put us. So I'm sure it's going to be a close game. All the best and go well.
Thank you very much.
That is the news from the centre here. Then Dilan Suravira, the captain of Ceylon Falcons, they won the toss and they're going to give it a bat. Another lovely evening here at Carwan Sports Club in Ajman, which is playing host to the SLCL Provincial League Season 2. Cricket with Sri Lankan flavour. Just started getting into the midweek clashes here. And as we saw at the toss, it is the Ceylon Falcons CC taking on Thambapanni Lions, the two teams representing Gaul and Jaffna. Both them with a win each. And that is what happened at the toss. Confirmation, Ceylon Falcons have won the toss and they decided to bat first. They said yesterday they had their first game, won it because they batted first, quite confident. The captain Dilan Suravira said he wants to repeat the same. The two umpires are out there in the centre, Waqar Latif and of course the ever experienced Mujahid Raza. Just as we wait for the players to take the field and get things going. Final bit of discussions from the Thambapanni Lions. Some good names in there. You can almost see Amin Miflal standing out there with the tall lad that he is. Mohammad Halan has played at the highest level. We have Nafis, the young prodigy who's been making headlines lately. Skipper Lahiru Malbatta as well. Some very good names in there. Some exciting talent in there. They too have won their first game already, so will be riding high. Fatur Rahman is another name that has become very familiar. He's been playing at the age group levels and making a lot of noise with his performances, so they'll be quite confident with the lineup that they've got, with the personnel and the resources that they've got. They go on and do big things in this league for their team. Thambapanni Lions, as we got confirmation, will be taking the field first. After a quick huddle and some motivation, on they go. Sri Lanka Cricket League, the SLCL, of course, has become a very important and focal point in the calendars of these young cricketers from Sri Lanka. something they take pride in playing. There's multiple formats in it. You have the actual SLCL, then you have the schools league, then you have the club level, and now the provincial league as well, which is up and running for the second year. And it has been so great in producing some very good talents and unearthing some gems. As we all know, here in the UAE, a lot of expats from Sri Lanka, they move here, they come here in search of greener pastures in terms of professions. But opportunities like this with the SLCL give them a platform to continue the sport, continue the cricket that they've played back home, whether for school or for their clubs. And that's why this tournament has been so useful for these young men to be able to keep playing with the same passion, with the same vigor. It's provided a real good platform. And of course, it only keeps getting better. This time, this tournament taking place at one of the top facilities here in Ajman, Karwan Sports Club, international standards, and that only makes the experience better for these players. As we get set for ball number 1. These two have played 6 against each other, Ceylon Falcons and Thambapanni Lions. Thambapanni Lions have won 4 of those. Interesting that Dilan, the skipper from Ceylon Falcons, said that he wants to put up about 170, which he believes will be a good total on a track that does seem that has something for both in it. There's a fair bit of grass left on it. The fast bowlers will lick their lips early on. There'll be a bit of movement as well. But as with most tracks here in the UAE, once you're set as a batter, there's plenty of runs to be made. Gayan Chintaka and Hasit Kavinda, the two openers for Ceylon Falcons. And it's going to be Gagan, a tall fast bowler, to start with a new white ball. Here we go then. Slip in position. Driven but straight to the fielder. Gayan Chintaka doesn't want a single. Too risky. Good first ball right up there. And that's what you want from a fast bowler. If you are finding swing, you want to try and be up there, get the batter driving and playing on the front foot. You do get carried away sometimes as a fast bowler to try and take it in short or be on that back of a length on a wicket that is offering you something. The fuller you are, the bigger opportunity for that edge. Very nicely done. It was very close to his body, but he's opened up the face of the bat and guided it expertly past the fielder for a boundary. First runs on the board for Ceylon Falcons. Bit of bounce on that. It was very close to him, but he opened the blade and timed it to perfection. Gayan picks up a boundary. We're just talking about the bowler trying to go full. Ended up banging it short and came on very nicely to the bat of Gayan Chintaka. And now they've dropped that fielder right down to the boundary. This has been lofted. It might just carry. Oh no. For a moment, Fatur Rahman there was interested, but it would have been too risky. In the end, he chose to save the boundary. But much better this from Gagan. Is enticing Gayan to try and drive him. Wasn't in complete control. Sliced it almost to the fielder there. And now Hasit Kavinda, the right-hander, will take strike for the first time. He's got a deep third and a long leg in position. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Like the fact that they've placed a slip early on. It's good attacking mindset from the bowler. But he needs to be on that good length, enticing length. Pulled away. That should go over the 30-yard circle and into the fence. Too easy for Hasit Kavinda, and he gets off the mark with the boundary as well. Going short again, Gagan, and set up very nicely for him to just swivel that bat across. There's no protection there. He's got a long leg, but this was in front of square. Already a good start this for Ceylon Falcons. 9 in this over so far with a couple of deliveries left. And immediately the slip has come off. Extra protection on the leg side. That mid-wicket region being strengthened. Oh dear. Brilliant catch that. Nafis, the youngster, diving forward. Hasid Kavinda wasn't in control of that shot. The bat coming off his hands. And because of that, he hasn't timed it too well. And Thambapanni Lions strike. First wicket goes down for Ceylon Falcons. Full and straight as he has to be. Yeah, the bat turning in his hand and eventually him losing grip of it. And look at that for a catch. The youngster Mohammad Nafis. We know he's an athletic bloke. Yeah, the bat just completely off his grip. But the highlight of that wicket was the catch from Nafis. Top stuff. Hasid Kavinda departs. Ceylon Falcons are 1 down and the new batter in is Tilan Gunaratna for them at number 3. With the delivery left in this over. So good comeback from Gagan after getting hit for a couple of boundaries. He's picked up a wicket. That's a very good first ball to a new batter. Just angling away from him, back of a length. Tilan will watch that go. 9 for 1 at the end of the first. A new bowler into the attack for Thambapanni Lions is Andrew Paris. 9 for 1. A good start, you'd say, for the Lions. Picked up that early wicket. And now it's about trying to apply that pressure on the two batters out there. There is something in it for the fast bowlers, as we saw from that first over from Gagan. Won't be too worried right now, the Ceylon Falcons dugout. Down the leg side will be a wide. Not the best of starts. A good bit of keeping as well from Andy Beringer. Good to see him here. I'll have to reload that one. Guyans picked up a boundary already. I'm feeling confident. But he'll know that he has to be watchful as well. He's just lost a wicket. Don't want to be losing it in pairs and clusters here. Keeper comes up. Might not be a bad idea. Andrew isn't express pace. And I'll just allow Gayan to be a bit more disciplined with his movement around the crease. Slip stays on. Well bowled. Playing and missing at that one, Gayan. No real footwork on that. He was almost trying to drive that on the up. chat between the two batters. Just trying to exchange information of what exactly the track is doing here. And that's vital in a partnership. You've got to be continuously communicating with each other. Talk about what the bowler's offering, what the track is doing. Once again, he's cut it away from very close to his body. Not the first time that he's done this, Gayan Chintaka. And look, once again, it's right in the gap. This is exquisite timing. There is a slip in position, but he's still gone for that option. And he's pierced that gap between point and the slip fielder. And very close to him. 4 more to Gayan Chintaka. He's got a start here for the Falcons. Gone are the old traditional advices where they say don't cut it when it's too close to you. T20, go for everything. Once again, it's edged. This is almost a repeat of the previous over. One cut away, then the bowler goes full and he's edged it to the boundary. He won't mind that, the bowler. They took the slip off after that shot and it goes exactly there. This can be frustrating. But if I was a bowler, I'd really stay full to someone like him. You've seen him struggle with his foot movement when you've offered him on a driving length. The moment you drop it short, he's been quick to cut it away. Get him on the front foot is what the skipper will be telling him. Get him to drive in front of the wicket. That's an interesting shout and it's been given. It was almost lobbed to the batter. He looked to play across, not the best of ideas. And it dipped into him the last moment, hitting the back leg. And umpire Mujahid Raza had no hesitation in lifting that finger. Oh, that could have been interesting, but very, very full. May have been kissing the off stump. And Andrew Paris has provided another breakthrough here for the Lions. 18 for 2. Bit of trouble here, early trouble for Ceylon Falcons, and the skipper comes out with a bit of responsibility on his shoulders now. Needs to stitch together a partnership, and for the Lions, this is good news because there's 2 new batters on the crease. Both the opening bowlers providing a breakthrough, which is always nice for a captain to get those early wickets. He's got to get the squeeze on, not become complacent. Early to call it in the tournament, but it is a top of the table clash. Both these teams have got a win each. In fact, Thambapanni Lions have won 2. Struck him on the pad again, asking the question, but this one may just be going on and missing leg stump, but seems to have found some control here, Andrew Paris, hitting the right lengths. Started off with a wide, but yeah, that's why you want to be to a new batter. On that good length, moving in. Not express pace, but he's got accuracy on his side. And sometimes in a format like this, with a little bit of help on the surface, that's exactly what you need. Last ball of the over. If you can close off well here. Oh, this one held its line. Dilan was playing for the one that was dipping in. Very well bowled. 2 overs done. It's 18 for 2.
ये इन्होंने मुझे एक्चुअली कई मरतबा डी सीरीज़ के लिए बुलाया। अभी डी सीरीज़ शुरू होती है 50 ओवर 2 बजे।
मैं भी नहीं जा रहा था 2-2:30 बजे कैसे पहुंचना
नहीं मैं मुझे इन्होंने लास्ट टाइम D20 था उसके लिए 5 बजे बोला हो, मैं 5 बजे भी नहीं आ सका। मुझे 3-4 मैचेस के लिए गया, फिर मैंने खुद ही अपोलोजाइज़ कर दिया। मैंने कहा यार मैं नहीं पहुंच सकता हूँ टाइम,
मेरा भी यही हुआ सेम।
क्योंकि आप एक्चुअली आप मतलब जब जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकते ना, खुद को मज़ा नहीं आता है। आप एक प्रिपेयर्ड होके आते हो, रिलैक्स होके आते हो, अलग बात है। मैं पहुंचता था कभी 5:30 पहुंच रहा हूँ, कभी 6 पहुंच रहा हूँ।
वो दूसरों के साथ भी अनफेयर हो जाता है ना उसके बाद, rather give the opportunity to someone else. 18 for 2 after 2. Gagan will bowl his second over now. Picked up a wicket, so rightfully so. Driven straight to the fielder. They will get a single because it was a bit of work to do for Nafis there. Now these two now, Tilan and Tilan, will have to play smartly here. Yes, there will be a bit of assessment of the wicket early on because there is something in it for the bowlers, but they have to take calculated risks as well. The power play is still on. You don't want to be going into a shell just because you've lost 2 early wickets. There will be loose balls. They have to capitalize on those. And in between, the rotation of the strike is of paramount importance. Lovely. Beautiful delivery that seemed like it was going to come back in, but just held its line and went away from the right-hander. Wasn't much he could have done about it. A skipper, Dilan Suravira, yet to get off the mark. And now the slip comes back, encouraged by that outward movement. And I like that move. You've got a new batter on the crease, he's yet to get off the mark. Be a bit more attacking. If you're getting that outward movement, put it up there, let him drive. But he's driven it very nicely this time, Dilan Suravira. Got a proper hold of that and it's in the gap. And he gets off the mark with a boundary. Exquisite timing on that. Yeah, made it look effortless. Look at that. Standing upright. Nice swing of the bat. And he's middled it. And pierced the gap as well. That should make him feel good. That should give him some confidence. The runs have been flowing despite the early 2 wickets. There's been a couple of boundaries in both the first overs. Now a boundary here as well. And he immediately goes short, but straight to the fielder. Wow, what a good take at point that. There was width and he went after it, Dilan Suravira. But unfortunately for him, he found the fielder and a brilliant take. Yeah, his eyes lit up with the width, but that's the face of disappointment when he realized that he's hit it straight to the fielder. Can you imagine how frustrating it must be? He just picked up a boundary, then he got a short one. Could have chosen where he wants to cut it, but went straight to the point fielder. And a good low catch as well. Those are not easy as they come very quickly. Great work from the Thambapanni Lions. Picked up 3 wickets now. Early trouble for Ceylon Falcons. The captain departs. It's 23 for 3.
अच्छा समीर भाई मुझे ऐसा लगा कि आप जा रहे हैं शायद 2-3 दिन। तो ये छोटा सा मेरी तरफ से एक तोहफा है आपको, ठीक है? और ये मैंने ना बड़ी अर्जेंटली ऐसे बनाया आज जैसे आप शाम को जा रहे हो, ठीक है? ये क्या चीज़ है? अरे माशाल्लाह, ये माशाल्लाह आपके लिए थोड़ी सी शर्ट। तो whenever you will remember,
Thank you so much.
आप पहनोगे तो मुझे याद रखोगे।
So nice. बस आपकी स्पेलिंग रॉन्ग होगी, बट ठीक है, चलता है.
अच्छा
YOONUS, बट ठीक है. वकार यूनिस वाली स्पेलिंग है.
मैंने कार्गिल से
But thank you so much, yeah. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you so much. 3 down now. The new man in is Lahiru Kashyapa. Very fine batter. Good first ball to him. That's how you want to bowl to new batters that have just come in. Keep it nice and tight. Gagan, as we know, is very accurate and he's got pace to trouble the batters. Lahiru Kashyap himself is a very talented right-hand batter. Very smart as well in the way he operates. Does take a bit of time to get in, but once he's in, and if they can get his wicket early, Thambapanni Lions, that would be just brilliant for them. Last ball coming up of another successful over. And once again, they've decided to take the slip off. Or in fact, no, they're adding one more. Almost like a gully and fourth slip position there. Nice and straight, in line with the stumps. Perfect that from Gagan. Brilliant over. Picks up a wicket. And it's 23 for 3 after 3.
हमारी ट्रेडिशन जो होती है, the one who is leaving, we should give him a farewell, not he should give. तो लेकिन actually क्या है? It's not a farewell. It's a way of saying thank you to everyone. नहीं actually मुझे खुद आपके साथ तो बहुत कम मौका मिला, लेकिन बहुत कुछ सीखा मैंने आपसे. और दूसरी बात ये है कि actually मुझे पता पहले ज़हन से निकल गया. 18 जून मेरी बेटी की होती है बर्थडे. तो मेरी वाइफ छोड़ेगी नहीं मुझे अगर मैं. तो समीर भाई आप एंजॉय करें कमेंट्री. ठीक है, दुआ में याद रखिएगा. अल्लाह आपको खैरियत से रखें. और अगर मैं नहीं आ पाया तो प्लीज़ माइंड मत कीजिएगा. शुक्रिया.
Andrew Paris into his second over. Ceylon has hit it straight back behind him. Didn't really have much power in that shot. And as a result, it'll only be 1 run. It's been very disciplined bowling from the bowlers. Yes, there have been a few boundaries, but that's because of some very good-looking shots. But otherwise, they've been very accurate with their lines and lengths, making use of the surface. And as a result, they've picked up 3 early wickets. Thambapanni Lions, and they'll be looking to now add on that pressure. I know Lahiru is a very good batter. Don't want him to settle down. Plays all around the wicket. Specifically strong through the offside. Oh, that's gone horribly wrong for Andrew Paris. The wicketkeeper's up. Has been full outside the leg stump, and that's run away for 5 wides. You don't want to be there, Andrew. It's been a good start for the bowling team. Now it's about keeping it nice and tight. Just a little too much effort, I felt, trying to go for that big Yorker. But the execution falling short. Wow, bit of bounce on that. There was some width, so Lahiru wanted to go after it. But even he was surprised with the carry it had, and a good take from the wicketkeeper as well. Andy Beringer, very experienced, has played cricket around the world. He'll have one look at that surface and tell his bowlers exactly what to expect. This time he's found bat, and this time he's hit it straight in the gap. Good effort, but won't be able to keep it away from the boundary. Lahiru picks up a boundary and gets off the mark. It's been a trend really. Every batter that has walked in has got off the mark with the boundary. A little bit of width and that's all you need. Lahiru Kashyapa is too good a batter to miss out on that one. Great commitment on the field, but just unable to keep that in. And as a result, it's 4 runs to Lahiru and Ceylon Falcons. Full of threes. The scoreline 33 for 3 in 3.3. How often do you see something like that? That's much better from Andrew. Nice and full into that 4th stump, off stump line. Want to try and get the batter to play with a straight bat as much as possible. On a wicket that has something for you. A little bit of seam movement. That's been given a wide. I thought it may have struck a pad, but doing too much on that occasion. Probably pitched on that off stump line and kept going down the leg side. Good take again from Beringer behind the stumps. That could have also easily run away for 5 wides. Just needs to adjust his lines here. He bowls a good ball, but every once in a while tries a little too hard and ends up going for extras. He sliced this away. There is protection down at backward point. And an overthrow will allow them to cross over for 3. No backing up. That was poor from Thambapanni Lions. Throw was way above the keeper. The good cricket from the 2 batters. They saw the opportunity and went for the 3rd immediately. Nice, the left-handed Thilan on strike. After a while, he's been at the non-striker's end for quite a bit, watching the wickets fall. The ball do all sorts of things. Hammered, but straight to the fielder again. And another good catch from Nafiz. Well, we said it. You bowl full, you give yourself an opportunity to pick up wickets. Andrew does that and picks up another. 4 down now, Ceylon Falcons for 37 runs. Enticed him to go for the drive. And another good low catch from another fielder of Thambapanni Lions. Nafiz, as we all know, one of the safest around. Left-hander being replaced by a left-hander. Jan Jayasinghe is the new man in. Average of 35. And 35 runs right now will be very useful for Ceylon Falcons because they've lost 4 wickets in 4 overs inside the power play. Desperately need a partnership here. Thambapanni Lions have really made life difficult for the batters here. Now, Mohammad Nafiz, after a couple of very good catches in the field, comes on to bowl. His medium pace, but once again, another one of those youngsters that really keeps it tight. Doesn't give you anything. Only 16 years of age, Mohammad Nafiz. Played a lot of cricket here in the UAE domestic circuit. And soon be representing UAE under 19 as well, at the highest level for the country. And here he is for Thambapanni Lions in the Slcl Provincial League. Top Sri Lankan talent of the country, of the UAE, on display here. Season 2 of the SLCL Provincial League. Starts off full and straight. Brilliant start this. Gets the edge. He'll know exactly what to do on this track. He's seen the rest of the bowlers. Seen what the track is offering. Yeah, those are... I should be worried at least, but they're having fun enjoying a snack. Not too bothered by the fact that they've lost 4 wickets. Ceylon Falcons. Rightfully called a wide, little too far outside off. But he will be motivated and excited by the movement he's seen, Mohammad Nafis. Generally here in the summer in the UAE, you do get that early on with a new ball. And how well have Thambapanni Lions capitalized on what they've got so far from this wicket. You still have to bowl well, even after the assistance you get. Driven straight to the fielder. The fielding has been brilliant from Thambapanni Lions. They've taken their catchers. The ground fielding has been good. Yes, been a couple of efforts in the boundary line that haven't gone their way, but in general, they've been active on the field. They've made noise. They've really backed up their bowlers quite well. That's what you want as a unit, as a team. Fielders backing up bowlers. Slower delivery, just rolling his fingers over that one. Jan watchful. In fact, it was Lahiru who gets the single watchfully and gets Jan on strike. Yes, the snacking continues for the Ceylon Falcons. They're not too bothered by what's going on in the middle, although they do look a bit worried right now. When it's dinner time, it's dinner time. It's dinner time, they say. Nicely driven. Full outside off, and Jan Jayasinghe also gets off the mark with the boundary. Around the wicket, Mohammad Nafis with the left-hander goes full with a bit of width, and that is a very classy drive from Jan Jayasinghe. Didn't look to hit it too hard. Middled it and found the gap. Picks up a boundary. Still going at just over 9 runs and over. So the run rate hasn't been a problem for Ceylon Falcons. It's the 4 wickets that have fallen that'll bother them. Immediately taking the pace off. Shy at the non-striker's end, but Jan would have made it anyway. Also good signs from batting that Jan picks up a boundary. Gets a slow one. He's happy to nudge it and get that single and get to the non-striker's end. And they'll be hoping that these two can put together a partnership. Ceylon Falcons. They do seem a bit tensed out there. Slow ball once again from Nafis to end the over. Will be a dot ball. 5 overs done. It's 44 for 4. Not in control. And it's been edged to the fielder at third, who's inside the circle. And Andrew Paris has picked up another one. Wow, they're 5 wickets down, half the side lost inside the power play. Yeah, not the best shot to play. It wasn't too full. Didn't get his foot forward, almost driving on the up. Edged and straight to the fielder there, who almost lost it in the light, but wow, this is some start from the bowlers. Ceylon Falcons are 5 down inside 6 overs. 44 for 5. Aravinda Akurugoda, the new batter in. He wouldn't have thought that he's going to come into bat inside the power play. But here he is, and he's got a job at hand. That is to put together a partnership desperately for Ceylon Falcons. He's got a good batter on the other side, Lahiru Khashepa. But Lahiru needs a partner to carry this team to a good total. 170 is what the captain said, but that looks a long way away from now. With just 5 wickets in hand and just under 15 overs to go. Very well bowled. Good first ball from Andrew. Was a little bit wavered early on, but now he's found his rhythm, he's found his spot, he's found his lines. And he's being very consistent. Now the slip comes off again. Another wicket here, and Ceylon Falcons will really be in a very deep hole. Riding high from a win yesterday. Just haven't been able to carry that confidence into this game yet. Credit to Thambapanni Lions, who've bowled extremely well. Brilliant this. You don't want to do that. We're just talking about how the fielders have backed up the bowlers. That's not a pretty sight. Lazy effort that from the fielder. But loves Aravinda Akurugoda to get off the mark with an easy single. Now Lahiru Khashepa, what does he do? Does he be aggressive? It is the last over of the power play. If he can pick up a couple of boundaries. Or does he look to be watchful here? Oh dear, Andrew. We're just talking about how he's found his rhythm, and once again he's gone down the leg side and given away 5 wides. Probably looking for that effort ball once again, given the batter that is in front of him. But has completely lost the line there. No chance for Berinja at the back to try and stop that. And as a result, the 50 comes up as well for Ceylon Falcons. 50 for 5 in 5.5. Again, they won't mind the run rate. They're going at almost 10 per over, but it is the wickets column. Not in complete control. Gets the inside part of the bat. Good bit of fielding again from Nafis. Keeps it to just a single. I mean, the batter didn't know where that was going. Batters have come and gone inside this power play. None of them have looked settled on this track. We'll let that one go. That probably is the idea. Just watch the new ball off. We've lost way too many wickets early on to try and go after the bowling. Just get their eye in. A couple of quiet overs and then try and go for their shots. They have to keep in mind they've got some very good bowlers in their lineup, Thambapanni Lions. Amin Miflal is yet to be introduced. He's a very smart operator, the left arm spinner. Defended off the face of the bat, and another successful over for Andrew Parris. 6 overs done. It's 51 for 5. Quick drinks break at the end of the power play, 51 for 5, and they're back for the action. Sadish Pathiranage introduced into the attacks with a left arm spin here. Fast bowlers seem to have done their job quite nicely now. It's over to the spinners to try and get the squeeze on for the Thambapanni Lions. Swept away, too easy for someone of the class of Lahiru Kashyap. Was full, it was down the leg side, and he's got down on that one knee very quickly. We did mention he's a player that plays to all parts. That's another example. Very quick to bring out that sweep shot, Lahiru Kashyap. Picks up a boundary early on. The pressure's back on the bowler now. Nicely bowled, much better this time. Outside off, a bit of light on it as well. Lahiru got that boundary. Now he's happy to push it to the deep and get a single and get off strike. Early boundary in the over is always easy from the batter's perspective. Just have to then get those ones and twos, make it a double-digit over without too much effort. stayed on the back foot on that one. Let it come to him to cut it away, but again he's found the fielder. In the end, he had too much time to try and hit that away. Aravinda just 1 run so far after 5 deliveries he's faced. This one's in the gap. And there is protection down there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is frustrating for the bowler. Straight through him. You bowl there because you've got a fielder in position to cut off that boundary. And look what's happened here. Straight through him. Yeah, that's not how you get your body behind, dear. You've got to be side on. Regardless, Aravinda picks up a boundary. That's much straighter from Sadisha. He'll nudge this around to the leg side and pick up a single. Already a good over this for Ceylon Falcons. 10 runs off it with the ball to go. And this is what Lahiru is very good at. He's aware of the situation. He's got runs in the over, so he's happy to nudge it around and get a single to end the over on a high. 7 done. It's 62-5. .62 for 5 after 7. Nafis will bowl his second over now with a lot more protection since it is second power play. Looking to cut that away, Lahiru, but not getting back onto it. Still a little bit of movement for Nafis. He's getting that ball to do a little bit of talking. But it needs to be accurate. Can't be wavered with his lines. Stick to that off stump channel, fourth stump channel. That's where you trouble the batters when you're finding seam movement. Goes short this time. And it's leg side wide, I think, from the umpire. Not so much because of the bounce. You are allowed to bounce every over, but this one was down the leg side. Trying things differently here, the youngster. Slow and flighted. It's been sliced away. That should run away to the boundary. It does run away to the boundary. I saw the width, Lahiru. And it was floated. Slower delivery. I gave it everything through the kitchen sink. And there was no chance that third man was going to cut that off. Outfield here at Karwan is pretty quick. Getting a move on here now, these two. Teaching together a decent partnership, which is what they desperately needed when they came together, Lahiru and Aravinda. Now looking to overcorrect Nafis. Goes down the leg side for another wide. Offered width, went for a 4. And as expected, trying to go a lot more straighter. Down the leg side. And now, Thambapanni Lions will have to ensure that they don't become complacent. Yes, they've picked up 5 wickets. But you're suddenly seeing some wayward bowling. Couple of misfields. That's such a common occurrence at this level. It's something they have to avoid. Wow, how about that? He's a special kid and he continues to prove so. Slower delivery off the leading edge and a diving effort of his own bowling. Mohammad Nafis, remember the name. In fact, it was straight off the face of the bat. He was looking to nudge that towards the leg side, but because there was no pace on it, ended up playing it too early, and a brilliant diving catch to his right from Nafis. Lahiru is a special player and it does take a special effort to get rid of someone like him. Now, Ceylon Falcons, they were looking good for a while, but they've now lost their 6th wicket, 68 for 6. Ceylon Falcons. මේක තාම අමින් දාලත් නැහැ. 6ක් ඉවරයි. ඔව්. සදීස් දැම්මා එකක්. කුටි කෑවා. අපරාධ ලහිරු out වුණා. He was well set. පාරවල් ටිකක් ගහලා හිටියේ. Concerned looks there in the dugout for Ceylon Falcons. They've lost 6 wickets inside 8 overs. Kasunedri Singha is the new man in. Once again, a desperate need for a partnership here for Ceylon Falcons. Mohammad Nafis keeps attacking those stumps. That's been the strength for the Thambapanni Lions bowlers. They have been disciplined in their lines and lengths, and every time they've looked to be in line with the stumps, they've made the ball talk, they've made things happen. Nafis is a youngster by age, but he's got experience of at least 10 years of cricket. He's played so much here in the UAE on different wickets, different conditions. Brilliant over. Yes, he gave a boundary and a couple of wides, but a wicket, and now another dot ball. One more left in it. But he's keeping things very tight. One thing they've all learned, himself and Andrew, is that there's no point making too much effort on this track. You just have to be accurate on that line, on that length. The ball does do things for you. A couple of times they've looked for that effort ball for the Yorker. They've gone for those leg side wides, but the moment they come back to that line and length, they've been rewarded. Short. Lucky Kasun there. There was no fielder at short third, otherwise that could have been easily another wicket down. But very well bowled again from Nafis. Really took Kasunedri Singha by surprise, that well directed bouncer. And at the end of 8, it's 69 for 6. Second over for Sadish Patrinage, so it's going to be spin from this end. He's got a new batter to bowl to, Sadish. Very well bowled. That's the line. That's the place he wants to be. In line with the stumps. That one went straight on with the arm. No real turn on offer. The batters are going to be extra watchful now. They've lost 6 wickets very quickly. Love the flight he's offering. Not afraid to toss it up. Enticing, inviting the batter to try and go big, but they're in such a soup right now, Ceylon Falcons. They won't be looking for the big shots, at least not until the next 6 to 8 overs. Swing and a miss. Keeper will take the bails off. He's asked a question, but I don't think the umpires want to go upstairs. He's had his back foot well inside the crease. Good bit of glove work that from Beringer behind. Yeah, they are having a look after all. Yeah, he's got it back in time. He did lift it, but just in time. But great work from the keeper again. 3 dot balls now. Something's got to give here. Big shot. Maybe a wicket. Oh, watchfully played in the gap. He'll get the single. Kasun will be glad to park at the non-striker's end. In moments like this, that's where you got to be. Just watch it unfold from the other end. Try and rotate the strike as much as possible. Right now, they're in no position to be playing big shots and looking for boundaries. Lot more flatter that from Sadisha, but Aravinda will comfortably nudge that down towards long on for a single. But contrasting over the first over that Sadisha bowled, Lahiru really went after him, picked up a couple of boundaries, but now is being negotiated with rather watchfully. 3 dots and a couple of singles in this. Flatten hard. Straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. Just 2 runs off the over. Brilliant from Sadish. It's 71 for 6 after 9. Couple of batters padded up for Ceylon Falcons. Things haven't gone their way today. 6 wickets down for 71 in 9 overs. That 170 that they want does look a bit far off from here. Mohammad Nafiz to bowl his 3rd over. Picked up a very good wicket of Lahiru Kashyap in the previous one. Little shimmy down the track from Aravinda. He'll nudge that towards the offside and get a single. Goes for the big shot. Really given it everything. But still, it will not reach. Great work from Ryan J down at long on. In fact, he was at mid on. He ran all the way back to stop that from going to the boundary. You can see now the batters are looking to cut loose. This was nice and straight from Nafis. He's looked to hit it really hard. The bat turning in his hand, so hasn't really timed it too well. The mid-on fielder did very well, Ryan J, to keep going after the ball and ensuring it doesn't let it go past the boundary. Good commitment. Little bit of width. Protection down there. Won't mind these ones and twos right now. In fact, both teams won't mind these ones and twos right now. The Lions, Thambapanni Lions, will be looking to close this off for a low total, try and keep them under 100. Whereas Ceylon Falcons will be, for now, consolidating with a partnership here. Get to maybe 110, 120 at the end of the 15th and go from there. Nicely behind that. Now this is the way they'll have to go. No dot balls. Don't get under pressure. Don't get into a shell. They'll be telling themselves. Try and rotate the strike every ball. Pick up a 2 if they have. These are big open spaces here at Karwan Sports Club. It is a big facility. This is high. This could be a chance. Deep square leg. Trying to get under it. But he'll only watch it go over him. Kasunedri Singha wasn't in complete control. In fact, it's been given a 4. So it's bounced inside the rope. Let's have another look. It went really high. The long leg was very interested for a long time. Oh dear, he was a few yards in. Had he been on the boundary line, that would have been a regulation catch for Gagan there. And those are usually quite hard to judge when they go that high. Regardless, it's a boundary and a much needed boundary for the Falcons off the bat of Kasunedri Singha. Goes for the bouncer once again. Kasun will let this one go. And that is the end of the 10th over at the halfway stage. Falcons, they've lost 6 with 80 on the board. For 6. If they look to double the score from here, they will get to 160. The problem is they've got only 4 wickets in hand, so it will have to be a very smart batting from here on. Oh, makes room for himself. You can almost see the intent now from Aravinda and Kasun. Despite the situation they're in, it seems like they've decided they want to go after the bowlers. And sometimes aggression can be the best form of defense, they say. Try and hit their way out of this situation with a few big shots. Put the pressure back on the bowlers. Might not be a bad idea if it comes off. So far, the Thambapanni Lions bowlers have responded well. Reverse, and very nicely done indeed. Didn't really go completely down on one knee. Almost a standing reverse sweep, but it's gone all the way for a boundary. Ball turning away from the right-hander, so the right option to take. But look at that. Execution perfect. Watching the ball right from under him. And just slapping it away over third for a 4. Smart batting this from Aravinda Akurugoda. Now looking for the quick single off the boundary. Satish is back in line with the stumps, trying to keep it as straight as possible. Ooh, that one stayed low and it did turn. That should excite Satish. That should excite Amin Miflal, who's yet to bowl. Wow, that took a lot of turn. And the keeper was surprised with that one. This time he'll push it towards the leg side and get the single. Just 5 runs off the over so far with 1 ball to go, so he won't mind that boundary. Satish has managed to otherwise keep them quiet. Now what does Kasun do here? Last ball of the over, does he try and go after him, or does he decide, right, we've got 5, let's not risk further? Nicely behind it, they will go for the quick single. Good running between the wickets from these two. There seems to be a partnership brewing here. End of 11, it's 86 for 6. Some more left arm spin then in the form of Amin Miflal now. The first ball has been cut away. Fielder did get a hand to it. He'll still get a single. Spin now in operation for Thambapanni Lions. We've seen the last over, Aravinda and Kasun have been showing signs of trying to be a bit more aggressive here. Put the pressure back on the bowlers. Makes room and slaps it away towards long on. Will only be 1 run. Just the way he sets himself up, Aravinda. Hits the ball really, really hard. Known to be a big hitter in his team. Now, given the situation, he's been almost forced to become a bit more circumspect. The question is, how long can he maintain that? There will be a time in the next 3 or 4 overs where he'll decide, right, it's time to go, it's time to launch. Very well bowled and very well fielded as well from Amin. Kasun now, couple of dot balls. Looking to try and pierce a gap, and I think he's decided that he's just going to try and give the single and give the strike to Aravinda, who's looked good for his 16 ball 15. Wow, that could have been another brilliant catch had he held on to it. Some sidearm bowling from Amin Miflal, very slingy in the way he delivered that. There was width, and that's why that shot, but almost paid the price for it. Kasun, but they get the single. This is downtown, and this has gone all the way for a 6. Aravinda has decided to unleash. Picks up a maximum of the last ball of the over. 12 done. It's 95 for 6, and this is how he got that monster hit out of the way. Nice and straight, makes room for himself, goes over, and always a nice place to hit down the ground. 95 for 6. Feeling. First ball, and he's gotten across the stumps, swept it away, and another misfield. Oh, that is disappointing. Not the first time it has happened to Sadish, one on the offside. This time, it's a fielder down at deep square leg. Yeah, you know that he's going to take a turn, and it did take a turn. Has to be a lot more smarter than that, the fielder. 99 on the board now. The runs are picking up here for Ceylon Falcons. His partnership is making some noise. Oh, very well done. Brilliant comeback, that. He's been unlucky, Sadish, really. He's bowled well, but his fielders haven't backed him up. Again, very, very accurate. Nice and straight, in line with the stumps. That one held its line. Kasun looking to try and go across once again, but had to make an adjustment at the last moment. He's taking his time, but they won't mind it. There have plenty of time left in this innings. Not timed, but straight to the fielder. Will be another dot ball. Tries to go across again. This time he won't make a good enough connection. Much easier for the fielder on that occasion. Keep it to a single. It's been a good spell from Sadish Patridagi. He hasn't picked up a wicket yet, but he's been quite accurate and been unlucky as well, as we said before. The fielders have really let him down. Dot ball to end the over. That will be the end of the spell from Sadish Patridage. None for 24 in his 4, and the 100 has come up as well for Ceylon Falcons. 100 for 6 in 13. 100 for 6 in 13 overs. 7 overs to go in this innings. Kasun and Aravinda have managed to put together a decent partnership now. They have resurrected what could have been a disaster of an innings. 32 from 33, this partnership at a runner ball almost. But they won't mind it so long as they stick together for the next few overs at least. Amin Miflal to bowl his second. Oh, that is a real comedy of errors from both the bowler and his captain. First, Amin tried to put in the dive and stop that. Then Lahiru looking to stop his mistake. And in the end, you both all that effort just to concede a single. Aravinda versus Amin Miflal. This is the Joe Pete encounter in between a game. Comes down the track. Won't be surprised if he looks to attack him. Yeah, he's that school rivalry between these two as well. Battle of the Saints. Aravinda the Josephian. Amin Miflal the Peterite. Will be that rivalry between them. Look to try and outdo each other. The reverse again. And it's successful again. Aravinda has done this for the second time now. And he's picked up a boundary on both occasions. Nothing too wrong with that delivery. It was nice and straight. But look at how well he's executed that reverse. And so once again standing, not on one knee, but he's almost stood there and turned it around over third, 4-4. Nicely executed from Aravinda. Still not afraid to toss it up, Amin. Doesn't mind picking up that boundary. Couple of deliveries left in this over. This is uppish, but it's in the gap. Will only be one run. Well done by the fielder there, who's cut it off very quickly. Aravinda is now on 26 of 21. His partner doing a decent job, Kasuna Singer, giving him the strike as much as possible. Not looking to replicate the way Aravinda is playing. That's what they need right now, these two. I was looking to come down the track, but Amin Miflal has bowled a full toss. And only hit it towards the off and get a single. And that'll be the end of over number 14. Ceylon Falcons are 108 for 6. यार मैंने बहुत कोशिश की बैग लेने के लिए बट यार मिली ही नहीं यार सारे प्लेयर्स उन्होंने उधर के लोकल प्लेयर्स तो सब ले लिए थे तो एक बंदा है जो इंडिया से मुझे भेजेगा करके बोल रहा है तो मैं देखता हूँ उसके पास कुछ एक्स्ट्रा पड़े क्योंकि उसी ने बनाया थे उनके लिए और बाकी थर्सडे का 14 done, 108 for 6. Mohammad Nafees comes back to bowl his 4th over and end his spell. With a pace again now. But he does bowl a slow delivery despite being brought on for pace. But that's been his strength as well, really. He's really mixed it up quite nicely. 23 so far from his 3 overs. Has picked up an important wicket of Lahiru Kashyapa, who was looking good. That projected score now showing 152, of about 20 runs short of where Ceylon Falcons wanted to be at the toss. They said 170 is what they're looking for. Down the track, sliced over the fielder. And that'll be 4 runs. Aravinda gets his helmet back for the fast bowler, but that doesn't change his approach. He's going after them and he's looking for boundaries. Disappointment for Nafees. Nothing too wrong with the delivery, but once again Aravinda Akurugoda using his feet, getting down to the track of the pitch of the ball. Going over that fielder who's inside the circle. Picks up another boundary. He's now on 31 of 24, Aravinda Akurugoda. This time he'll flick it down the leg side. Some footsie there from deep square. Keep it to a couple of runs. And the skipper of Thambapanni Lions, Lahiru Malwatha, relying on Nafees to try and break this partnership. He did pick up that big wicket of Lahiru Kashyapa. Now they'll be thinking about how they can break this partnership. They did all the hard work early on, picked up 6 early wickets, but this partnership now looking threatening for them. Yes, 170 looks still a little too far, but we've seen how good Ceylon Falcons bowlers are, and I think 150, 160 if they can get to, we'll really have a match on our hands here. Rolling the fingers over once again. Nafees has done that quite a few times, taking pace off. That's worked for him as well. Just 17 years of age, Nafees, playing at a very, very high level here. A boy among men, really. But he's certainly a bright, bright young talent. Someone to look forward to in the future. Oh, it's a low full toss. It's been slapped away towards the leg side for 4. Well, wait, look at the leg umpire for a little while, Aravinda, to see if he can get a no ball off it. But it is a legal delivery. But too easy for someone who's batting like Aravinda. Yeah, pulled away. Couple of bounces into the fence. No chance for the fielder there. Big error that from Nafees. He knows it himself that he hasn't really executed that one too well. 10 runs off this over as well. So the runs are coming now thick and fast for Ceylon Falcons. Oh, swing and a miss. That stayed low. The keepers missed it as well. Oh, it's a direct hit. There was a bit of hesitancy from the non-striker, Kasun. It does seem to have done some damage to himself as well. Looks like we're going upstairs to have a look. Yeah, it was the non-striker who called it Kasun Adrisingha. Aravinda wasn't too keen. Now comes the direct hit. Has he made it though? Oh yes, he's comfortably in, it seems so. No trouble there. and a bye to end over number 15. Ceylon Falcons are 119 for 6. Well, Lahiru's decided he wants to break this partnership, and that's why he's brought on his premier fast bowler, Gagan, who's picked up 2 early on today. He's got a bit of pace about him and gets bounce as well, the tall lad. So Lahiru is now throwing him the challenge, saying, break this partnership for me. Especially the wicket of Aravinda is who they will be after. Oh dear, that's gone for 4 more byes. Once again, a bit of inward movement. Aravinda looking for that big swing towards the leg side. When Beringer behind the stumps was too late to react on that one. 55-run partnership now between these two offshores, 46. It's come at a very good time for Ceylon Falcons when they desperately needed 2 batters to stick together. These two have done it for them. And now it's about finishing well. The crisis has been averted. Now it's about turning it to an advantage and getting to that 160, 170, which becomes a pass score, and momentum will be with you. Looking to be cheeky once again. Getting across the line, going over fine, who's up in the circle. The idea was great. Execution not so much. Aravinda, of course, will know quite a bit about Gagan. Schoolmates, both of them, Josephians, have played together in big matches over here. So there will be a bit of a cat and mouse between these two as well. Wide outside off, and that'll be called a wide. He will feel hard done because Aravind is almost standing outside the 4th stump. That's why he's gone wide, but still, the tram line, the umpires are very strict with that these days. No compromises. Already 5 runs from the first 2 deliveries. Oh, that had a bit of bounce. This is what Gagan gets. He extracts bounce off this surface. He's tall, really bends his back, and that was extremely full. He could have driven that. Looked to go big and heave it towards the leg side, but that really had some carry on it. Andrew Beringer taking it from above his head. Pace and bounce on that occasion from Gagan. And if he can get that a lot more straighter, might just derive an edge, a top edge, or a nick to the keeper. He's been trying that for a couple of deliveries now, but just hasn't come off. His reverse sweeps have been executed perfectly, but that shuffle across and going over fine hasn't really been able to execute it too well. You can see that there's a huge gap over square leg, over fine leg, not much protection behind square on the leg side, and that's why he's trying to play that shot, but I'd rather have him play the ball to its merits. It's on the off, cover is up in the circle. Try and go big on the off itself. Once again playing and missing. Ball almost dying on him. Change of pace from Gagan, so he's done well there. And despite those 4 byes and a wide, this is still turning out to be a decent over from him. 4 dots in it as well. And this is where Ceylon Falcons have to realize that they don't have to go after every delivery. The ones that are not boundary hitting balls, they still have to look to rotate the strike. Field is far wide and open. This is down. This is over, and this is a 6. In the slot for Aravinda Akurugoda, and he's dispatched it downtown for a maximum. 130 comes up now for Ceylon Falcons. Look at this. This is exactly where he wanted it from Gagan. Yes, thank you very much, he says. Swing of the bat. And onto that side screen. 6 runs to end the over. 130 for 6 after 16. Jason Roy, Moin Ali. How good a shot is that from Kasunediri Singha? Looks easy, but it's not easy to execute. And it's gone all the way for a 6. I mean, Miflal, as he always does, looks to be in line with the stumps, but look at the adjustment and the change of stance from Kasunediri Singha. Gets in line with the ball and goes up and over. Long leg. Cow corner for a maximum. Does it once again. This time he's down on one knee and it's gone higher and further. It was all Aravinda Akurugoda earlier with the boundaries, but Kasun says, hold on. Let me show you what I can do. Slingy and sidearm from Amin, but it doesn't matter because it's exactly where Kasun wanted it. Whacked away for back-to-back maximums. Now there's questions to answer. Called for a change of gloves. But this is fantastic work from these two batters. Taking the game to the bowlers. This partnership now 74 of 53. There's a mini conference now between the Thambapanni fielders. Skippers there, Lahiru, Ryan Jay is there, one of the senior men. Amin Miflal wondering where to bowl next. There will be opinions shared on how to get rid of these two batters, but how well has Kasun joined the party? Where does he bowl now, and what does Kasun do? Does he look to continue to dominate? Will he look for a hat-trick of 6s? Lahiru wants to have a chat with the umpire. Wonder what that is all about. This is the partnership worth of gold for these Ceylon Falcons players. They needed one desperately, and Kasun and Aravinda have provided it. Yeah, watchful now. Got the 2 6s. Amin goes flat and short. He'll nudge it towards the offside and get a single. Well, at 6 wickets down, they had a lot of trouble, but these two early on were watchful, were circumspect. They didn't go for their big shots. They went for those 1s and 2s and then laid the foundation for a big finish now. 3.5 overs to go. Flat An over long off for another maximum from Aravinda. He moves on to 49 with that 6. What an innings this has been from the Josephian. 49 of 35, was going at a runner ball at one point, but he's picked up quite nicely. Just when the team needed him to step up, he stepped up very, very well here. 3 sixers in this over. 19 runs of it already. Still 2 balls to go. Aravinda on 49 of 35. What a brilliant innings this has been. Flat and straight. Outside off from Amin Miflal. Try and hit me on the offside if you can, he says. Simple touch towards long on, and that'll be the 50 for Aravinda. A very well compiled half century for him. Of 37 balls, 5 fours and 3 sixers. He was watchful at the start, but he unleashed when he had to. And now he's set his team a foundation after which they can finish on beyond 170. And the 150 has come up as well. 150 for 6 after 17. Thambapanni are now desperate for wickets. Andrew Paris into the attack to bowl his last over. He's picked up 3 today with some very smart bowling. But circumstances are different. Those were new batters with the new ball in hand and the power play. But now the field is spread, the ball is new, and these are 2 well-set batters. How does he fare here, Andrew Paris? Big test coming up for him. First ball down towards long on for a single. They've set the foundation, these two, for a big finish here. Kasun and Andrew. Kasun and Aravinda. This has gone very, very high. Who wants it though? Oh, and it's gone right through the hands of Gagan, is it? But they will get the run out. So eventually the wicket is taken. Not in the way the bowler wanted it. It was short, it was straight. Went up high in the sky. Fine leg had to come in. It went through his hands, but his partner picked up the ball and threw it at the right end for it to be a wicket. Could have been 4 wickets for Andrew Paris, but it's a wicket for the team regardless. 152 for 7. Kasunendra Singha departs after a decent innings for his team. He's coming for the second innings. Majan, Inga. Hello. Inga, Majan. Illa iki chai. No worries. Takkene maamani that will leave immediately after the first innings. That's fine. Okay. The new man in is Slcl for Ceylon Falcons. He's got about 16 deliveries to deal with alongside Aravinda, and the instruction will be quite simple for him from the dugout. Get bat on ball, get at the non-strikers in, and let Aravinda get as much strike as possible in these death overs. But an important partnership breakthrough for Thambapanni Lions. They'll be now looking to try and pick up these 3 wickets as well to wrap it up for as less as possible. Going for the quick single. This could be a chance at the non-strikers end, but he won't take the throw. And Sean does exactly what was expected of him. Get back on ball and get to the non-strikers end and let Aravinda take up all the strike in these last few balls. 15 deliveries to go, 153 on the board. I'm sure they'll be looking at least 180 from here on. Brilliant recovery, nevertheless, regardless of where they finish. 60 odd for 6 at one point. Once again it's downtown, but this time Nafees will hold on to it. So both set batters departed, but this time it's the big wicket of Aravinda Akurugoda. And Andrew Paris has 4 wickets to his name. He's the one to provide the breakthrough. It was in the slot, it was there to be hit. But unfortunately for Aravinda, it's straight to the fielder, and Nafees, he doesn't miss many. Good catch down at long on, but what a brilliant knock from Aravinda Akurugoda. His teammates will applaud him for a superb half century just when his team needed him to put up one. 153 for 8 now. Ape kello dinum ne ada. Ivarai dinum api. Are you serious? Ape kello gatta ka hoye kare loku deyak. Lahiru is the new batter in. Just 2 wickets left now. There's a chance that they might get bowled out here, Ceylon Falcons. An opportunity for Andrew to also pick up a 5-4. He's got 1 delivery left after this. He's bowled brilliantly. 4 for 33. Did all the damage early on in the power play. 3 early wickets, and that really put a dent in the top order of Ceylon Falcons. It was thanks to Aravinda and Kasunadri Singh who put together a very, very important partnership for them. Now the question is, this 150 or 160 if they end up with, will it be enough? Sliced away, and it's gone past the fielder for 4. Lahiru gets some bat onto it, and an important boundary to end the 18th over. It was full, and he looked to go really, really hard at it, but doesn't matter where they come from, as long as they keep coming, they say. 157 for 8 after 18. 2 overs left in this innings. Penultimate over now to be bowled by Gagan. That's an interesting choice he's made. I wonder who's going to be bowling the last one. Slcl on strike. Slower delivery, cut away outside off. It'll just be 1 run. Gagan also picking up 2 wickets in the power play. Him and Andrew Parris were the chief destructors early on, picking up 5 wickets between them. That's what really put them on a back foot, Ceylon Falcons, but that partnership between Kasun and Aravinda is what really resurrected this innings for them. Oh, almost kissing that off stump. Brilliant Yorker that. Not too far from it. He knows that as well, Gagan. Few centimeters to the right, and that was gonna crash that off stump off the ground. And that's what he'll be looking for, the Yorker length at this stage of the game. You don't want to be offering width and length to the batters. They'll throw everything at it. And every run they concede from here on is going to be bonus. Was a bit of width there, but it's gone very quickly. Good pace. So Lahiru will not be able to get any bat onto it. Another dot ball. Thambapanni Lions will now look to close this off without conceding further boundaries. You don't want to be giving runs to the tail of Ceylon Falcons. Ceylon Falcons yesterday defended 173 runs, so they will know that they have the bowling. And they have some runs on the board to bowl. Almost ricocheting onto the stumps. It hits his own pad. He won't mind. He'll quickly run across for a single. Projected score is exactly what Dilan Surya would have wanted at the toss. 170 is what he said. 159 for 8 is what they have got so far, with 8 deliveries left in this innings. And the message from the dugout will be not to get all out. Try and get at least run a ball, but not to get bowled out. Every run they get from here on will be useful. Pulled away very nicely. But is it in the gap? Nope. Fielder in position. We'll keep it to a single. They won't mind this Thambapanni Lions as long as they can block off the boundaries. Last ball of the penultimate over coming up. Gagan with 2 for 24. Cut away. Fielder will cut this off, and they're coming back for the second. A bit of a fumble, and that will allow them to come back quite comfortably. Good running between these two. 162 for 8 after 19. 1 over. Interesting choice this from the skipper. He's got Ryan J to bowl the last over. Has run out of options, it seems, because he had to bring out his premier fast bowlers to break that partnership, and they did manage to do that. And now Ryan J has to bowl to these tail-enders. The last over could be an opportunity for Ceylon Falcons to try and pick up a couple of big boundaries. Not your regular bowler. Ryan J hasn't bowled in the game at all. This could be a real chance for Ceylon Falcons to try and maybe pick some extra runs here. Medium pace, Ryan J starts off with the low full toss and it's been chipped behind fine for a sixer. Exactly what the skipper would have been afraid of. Too easy. A low full toss. A bowler who hasn't bowled all game, you can't expect him to come in and straight away be on the money. Especially in the last ball of it. Last over of it. Low full toss is gone over fine. Nicely executed. Maximum of the first ball of the last over. Now they're on 168. That 170 that they wanted has been breached. Or anything above this will be bonus. Disappointment from Thambapanni Lions bowlers really. That's much better. Almost in the block hole. He's pushed it out towards long on. Wants the double. But Nafis has a gun throw down at long on. They won't take him on. $169 for 8 with 4 deliveries left in this innings. Lahiru on 7. Slcl just got that 6. And he's moved on to 10 off 5. Can they pick up more boundaries in these 4 deliveries left? Oh, he's powered this one. And that's another maximum. Lahiru joins the party. Length outside off. And he's gone down towards long on. Powerfully struck. Oh, that's set up nicely. That's set up very, very nicely for him. And he's gone with the old Hoik. 175 on the board now. The decision to bowl a bowler in the last over who hasn't bowled all game seems to be backfiring on Lahiru Malbatta. Now he'll have a conversation with his bowler. They'll have to decide. They'll have to plan where he needs to bowl, what the field needs to be. No changes so far in the field. He'll stick to the same. He's looking for the block hole. Where does he go? A bit of a look at the non-striker. He's not going to go for the non-strikers run out, but he will give him a look and say, I'm watching you. I will do it the next time. Three balls to go. Swing and a miss. This could be a run out at the non-striker's end. It is a run out at the non-striker's end. The umpire will raise his finger. No need to go upstairs. And that'll be the 9th wicket down for Ceylon Falcons. No surprises really. They had to go for it. Every run from here had to matter. Lahiru was the one who missed at that. And look at the start from the non-striker's end. Slcl desperate for strike. He got there. But Lahiru couldn't make it, unfortunately, and will sacrifice his wicket trying to get that extra bye. That'll be the 9th wicket down now with 2 deliveries left in this innings. Nadira Ishan, the last man to walk out for Ceylon Falcons. Gone behind the bowler's arm. Coming back for the second. Brilliant running. The non-striker did really, really well to get back. Which means Slcl will be on strike for the last ball. 177 for 9 is what they've got with 1 delivery left in this innings. Can Slcl get one more maximum and get past the 180 mark? That'll be a brilliant end to the innings. Momentum will be with them going into the second innings. Yes, he gets to the 180 mark. Expertly done. Shuffles across, down on one knee, gets it past fine for a 4. That'll be the end of the 20 overs. A disastrous last over for Thambapanni Lions. 19 runs off it. This is how he picked up a 4 off the last ball. Again a full toss and again he goes behind fine. This time it's along the carpet, but it doesn't matter because he's got 181 on the board for Ceylon Falcons, and they will believe that this should be good enough given what they've done in the previous game. Thambapanni Lions need 182 to win in their 20 overs. We'll come back after a short break for the second innings.
Well, good evening and welcome back for the run chase. The Ceylon Falcons, they've come back really strong at the second half of the first innings. It's a brilliant batting performance here by the Ceylon Falcons. You did feel like at one stage they were down and out, perhaps even threatening to get to a score of about 100, 120, but then the recovery was magnificent. The middle and the lower middle order coming good. Ably led by Aravinda Akurugoda with a magnificent half century along with Kasunedri Singha. And then Shan Salgadu and Lahiru all coming and putting in the finishing touches. So finally, a target of 182 being set here for the Thambapanni Lions. Great story of a comeback here tonight. Coming off a victory last night here, the Ceylon Falcons against the Pearls 11, and right now looking extremely good. Thambapanni Lions on the other end, the two opening batters Inusha Umayangan and Mohammad Nafis, two very exciting batters. Well, that is Apesh, but just short of the fielder at covers. Dilan Suravira opening the bowling for the Falcons as he did last night. Was the man of the match last night, Dilan Suravira. Very good all-round performance with the bat and ball. He'll need a repetition of that today with the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't perform with the bat. So far, it's been a good start. He's blasted that straight to the fielder though. Once again, difficult to cut loose here. Inusha Mayangana yet to get off the mark. Just one run coming off the first 4 balls here for the Lions. It's been a nice tight start here by Dilan. Well, that's gonna be perhaps just striking outside the off stump. Very good decision there by the umpire. Leg bye been given. It was mightily close, I'll tell you, but Inusha had taken a big strike forward, and the immediate look of it did seem that he was outside the off. Very good decision there. Excellent decision. By Mujahid Raza. Brilliant once again. And again on that occasion, almost carrying that through to the fielder at covers. An excellent over here by Dilan Suravira. Just 2 runs on the board, 2 for no loss. So match number 6 of the Slcl Provincial League 2026 Season 2. Certainly promises us to be a blockbuster game tonight. Two very good teams. Both already having the points on the board. Slightly uppish there on that occasion, just side-ish on that occasion by Lahiro, who's open in the proceedings with the ball, and again spin and pace from both ends to open the proceedings here for the Falcons. It's going to be very interesting, Mohammad Nafis, how he goes about it. He's a very exciting young talent. We did speak of him very highly the other day. Had his father, Mr. Wazir, here in the com box with us as well, who's absolutely gleaming with pride. The 17-year-old. And the leaps and bounds that he's come over the last year or two with a bucket load of runs here in the UAE domestic. He's played a lot of cricket around the world, in South Africa, in Sri Lanka, even in Australia. He's been nurtured from the people that matter to him, his parents, his coaches, to be earmarked as a future star. Well, talking about the star, this is what he's capable of. Mohammad Nafis, stand and deliver through the covers. That would give him a world of confidence. Look at that, hitting that on the up. There was an element of risk, but he did manage to find the gap. First boundary of the innings here for the Lions, and it's come off the bat of this young man. He got a start in the previous game. Scored a quick fire 21, but a rash shot proved to be quite costly, and even his father was not very impressed with the shot selection, because he did get a 6 and a 4 in that over. So hopefully this young man, hope he recognizes those mistakes. Talent will only get you this far. The performances to make some very serious and notable contributions. And look at that, moving the front foot away from him, almost carrying it all the way for a maximum. One bounce into the boundary ropes. Mohammad Nafis. Well, this is how this young man plays. Well, he's matured way beyond his age. He's such a talent, this young man. Some legends of the game, the likes of Sana Jayasuriya, Chamin Davas, all have a very keen eye on him with regards to his development. That's the end of the over. 10 coming off that. It's 12 for no loss. Dilan Suravira. He will continue. Ceylon Falcons, earlier in the day, winning the toss, electing to bat first. They were precariously placed at the 10th over. They were around 6 wickets down for not many runs. Mohammad Nafis on the other hand. He continues his merry way. First 6 of the innings. And it's off the bat of this terrific little youngster. Getting to the pitch of the ball and then smashing it over the bowler's head for a maximum. Classy stroke there on that occasion. Looking good is Nafis. He's on 16 of 9. Make that 17. Got to make these starts. These conversion rates have to be extremely high. The 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s are not gonna matter. You have to try and convert those into 80s and 100s. That's how you make your talent stand out and be noted. Inusha on the other end, slightly struggling here to get going. 1 of 6. It is a good batter, Inusha. Well, he's not timed that, but still he's managed to clear the infield. And that's a poor piece of effort. That should have been pulled back. A rather lazy effort there by the fielder, who did give chase, who did all the hard work right. Look at that. He got to the ball. And then, goodness gracious. That is extremely poor, so to say the least. First boundary now for Inusha. Certainly undoing the cobwebs. Better delivery. Dilan bowling into the body, cramming the batter for space. Ends the over. 3 done. It's 23 for no loss. First 3 balls of the match. Another exciting talent comes into the attack. It's Gihan Chaturanga. Best figures of 5 wickets for 6 runs. Had a great night yesterday. Bowled really well. Comes teaming in. Down the legs. I'll have to re-bowl that. They're asking the question, but then wide, says the umpire. But Gyan Chaturanga feels something touched through. Maybe the thigh pad. They might have a review. And yes, I think umpires just want to check. Well, so there we go. That's the confirmation. It's a good call there by umpire Mujahid Raza. It was a wide. There's a reason, folks, why men like this man on your screen. Mr. Mujahid Raza is with the blue and black jersey and pant, officiating as an umpire. Very experienced. Usually very, very good. The quality of the officials umpiring this tournament has been of top notch and top class. Gyan Chaturanga, he can move the ball both ways. Predominantly a good medium pacer that can hit the deck hard Beautiful action. Very easy approach to the crease. Very high arm. Not the tallest around, mind you. But still, he can generate some good pace. He's one of the first players, one of the very few, in fact, who did get a hat-trick in the Bukhatir League. That too of the first 3 balls of the match. Thambapanni Lions, they're off to a decent start. 25 for no loss. They need to go on. They need a big partnership here. Need these two to carry at least till the 7th, 8th over without losing a wicket. Provide a good platform for the batters coming after. Be able to just express themselves without much pressure. Oh, that's a brilliant hit. That one, the sound was so good that you knew the moment it left the bat that was gonna go all the way for a maximum. That was so pleasing to the ears. Even through the thick glass here in the commentary box, we still heard the chunk of the bat. What a shot that was. Off the middle. He's got to be very careful. He was mightily close to that stumps as well. With the back foot when he swiveled across. Gihan Chaturanga trying to surprise the batter with a bouncer, but Inusha was ready for it. Well, you see many reels even on Instagram and Facebook saying, captioning that the most beautiful sound every guy loves to hear, that is the ball hitting the willow. Well, once again he swiveled across. Once again the shot over square leg for a maximum. So Gihan Chaturanga slightly losing his line. That was slightly leg side-ish. It was not as short as the previous one. Easy pickings for the left-hander who is extremely strong on the leg side. Just using the pace of the ball and not trying to hit the ball too hard. And 2 sixers now coming off this over, completely shifting the pressure now onto Gihan Chaturanga. He's gone for 14 so far. One more delivery remaining. And he's bowled him! What a delivery that was! Perhaps the delivery of the night for me. He was hit for 2 sixers of this over. This one was fuller. A hint of movement. And just look at that. Yes, a hint of movement into the left-hander through the gate. Cut him in half. And stumps out of the park. What a delivery. Our right arm fast bowler's dream there. Not so for a batter. Inusha, well, his short stay looked promising. But he'll not take any further part in the game. It's 37 for 1. Ceylon Falcons breaking the 37-run opening stand between Nafis and Inusha. It was all thanks to that brilliance from Gyan Chaturanga. What a delivery. Big wicket. Fatur Rahman now. Another very exciting talent. He's the impact player for Thambapanni Lions. Fatur Rahman is an excellent right-handed batter. Shan Salgado coming into the attack. Oh, good delivery. Almost creeping through the defenses of Nafis there. So Fatur Rahman, 626 matches, 22,157 runs with an average of 45 and a strike rate of 161. Those are some mind-boggling numbers there for Fatur Rahman. Now that delivery will certainly play in the minds of the batters because that stayed extremely low. Can be sometimes completely unnerving for a batter. Shan Salgado, 111 wickets in 82 games, best figures of 4 for 15. Alright, I really am looking forward to this young man's game here tonight. Fatur Rahman did not bat the other day. And straight away it starts off with a delivery. A fielder in the deep puts it down. Goodness gracious, how costly is that going to be here for the Falcons? Is that the match dropped in the deep? The most prolific run getter, the impact player, lobbies that ball, very first ball he faces. Straight down to the fielder at deep long off. But not taken. Ends the over. Could have been a successful over there for Lions, not to be so. 39 for 1. So Gyan Chaturanga continues. That's been flicked off into the gap. First boundary there for Fatur Rahman. That's not a line that you'd want to bowl to a man of the class and caliber of Fatur Rahman. He will punish you all day long. Very good hit there once again. Loose delivery, Gyan Chaturanga. Well, today it's been slightly loose, in spite of picking up that wicket. Oh, that one climbed. That one climbed. Wide been called by the umpire, and rightly so. That had a bit of tennis ball like bounce. Given one for the over as well. Good call. Very good call there by umpire Waqar Latif at square leg. Last over of the power play in progress. Oh, good delivery. Jacked back into the right-hander there. Mohammad Nafis. But he's been slightly away from the strike in the last over or two. Sometimes that can slightly make you lose your momentum as well, especially when you're going through nicely. Oh, look at that. Look at that for a shot. Beautiful hit there by Fatur Rahman. Stand and deliver. Inside out, over covers for a maximum. As easy as it seems. What a shot. Beautiful hit. Look at that. It's one for the cameras. Fatur Rahman holding his pose. He's off to a start now. He's on 11 of 5. Once again, that drop chance of the first ball. We'll all come down to that later. Well, again, he's taken his hand off the ball. The bat, in fact. But the secret there was that the timing was pretty good. At the point of impact, he was in full control. There you go. And then the hand coming off the grip. Just having it enough to carry it over the 30-yard circle for a boundary. So runs are coming thick and fast here for the Thambapanni Lions. 54 for 1, 50 coming up as well in double quick time. Current run rate pretty good as well. They're going at above 9 runs and over. So last over of the power play, Gihan Chaturanga proving to be quite expensive tonight. He's gone for 29 of his 1.5. Smashed and smashed hard into the gap. A boundary to end the power play overs. It's an expensive one here for Gihan Chaturanga. He's gone for 33 runs of his 2 overs. And, well, there's nothing much that you can do if you bowl that line and that length to a batter of the class and caliber of Fatur Rahman. You're going to be asking for trouble. 58 for 1 at the end of 6. It's a very good power play here for the Thambapanni Lions. 58 for 1. 6 overs. Run rate of almost 10 and over. The required rate now just above 8.5. So sitting in a decent position here are the Thambapanni Lions. The Falcons, They'll need wickets and they need wickets fast. Two prolific run getters out in the middle. Mohammad Nafis and Fatur Rahman, and both of them combined have got over 40,000 runs here in the UAE domestic circuit. Slightly pleasant conditions here, I'd say. It's been quite warm over the last few days, but yesterday and today the temperatures have been slightly more comfortable, thus very less dew that we had yesterday and today. There's the towel is out, so there is slightly bit of dew, but not as much as we did had during the weekend. That's another boundary, beautifully swept behind square. More like a one leg down scoop towards the square leg region. Fatur Rahman is looking good. Beautifully hit. Look at that. Getting down on one foot, just creating that extra bit of room for him to free his arms with. Good comeback there by Shan. Slightly stayed low there. Both batters now in their 20s. Seven overs done. .64 for 1 after 7 overs. And it's the half centurion for the Falcons. Had a brilliant day with the bat. He was the one, Aravinda Akurugoda, to dig them out of trouble. They were placed in a precarious position. They were 6 down for not many runs on the board. The Falcons. Well, this is a chance, but the fielder can only watch it sail over his head. Fatur Rahman, he's too good a player. He's all class. Beautiful hit, look at that. Clearing the front foot. And the moment he hits them, it stays hit. What a brilliant hit that was from Fatur Rahman. Well, Thambapanni Lions in a very comfortable position. And, well, I've also been joined here at the Combox by again another very famous name who's making a very serious name for himself as both as a cricketer as well as a commentator as well. Our very own Amin Miflal. Amin, welcome to the Combox, my friend. Thambapanni Lions in a comfortable position on there. But, just talking about it, not the best of efforts and a boundary. Amin Miflal, I see a big smile on your face.
Thank you, Atik. Very warm welcome to the crease, I guess. To the Combox, I beg your pardon. A slight misfield by the fielder and a boundary. Another sweep shot, beautifully played there, but the fielders, and that's another misfield, and that goes for another boundary. Falcons are making a mess of it in the field. Another misfield and another boundary. Thambapanni in a strong position now, with just 1 wicket down and 79 runs on the board.
Well, the wheels are coming off fast here for the Falcons. Another boundary, a thick outside edge down towards the third man region. So runs are coming thick and fast here. This time it's Mohammad Nafis. Rather intentional, they are trying to open the face of the bat. And he gets a boundary through the third man region. He now moves on to the 30s. Both batters into the 30s now. Yes, and the fielding has certainly been quite questionable here by the Falcons. They've only themselves to blame, 83 for 1. So Dilan comes back into the attack to bowl his third over. He's been quite economical, none for 12. Can he put his hands up as the captain and get a breakthrough here? Fatur Rahman and Mohammad Nafis are going through very nicely. Well, there's a chance. He's miscued it. Fielder coming under. And this time the catch has been taken. So Fatur Rahman, the impact player. His chance was dropped. Very first ball he's faced. A chance goes a begging. This time he had to take it. Shan Salgado does not drop too many. Big wicket here. Partnership comes to an end. Fatur Rahman departs. It's 83 for 2. Well, I've just been informed, apologies for my ignorance. Fatur Rahman is just 15 years old. And goodness gracious, these two youngsters, Nafis and Fatur Rahman, well, what a talent that we did witness from these two. New batter Lahiru Malwatta. I mean, well, you guys certainly in your team bought some serious superstars. That too, kid superstars. Trying to create another Vaibhav Suryavanshi, I suppose.
Yes, you could say so. Maybe the right-handed Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He's a talented batsman, Fatur Rahman. Long way to go in his career. 1 run down the ground. Lahiru Malwatta opening his account. This is his first season actually playing for Thambapanni Lions, Fatur Rahman. A great talent. Hopefully we can see him in under 16 or under 19 UAE colours.
Well, they certainly do. Definitely, talents don't go to waste. You do have, once performances come through, you do make a very important point. The talent that these youngsters possess, well, they certainly are quite notable to say the least. .86 for 2 after 8.4 overs. Amin Miflat Thambapanni Lions are in a good position here, aren't they? Right now, we just got to make sure that the run rate is pretty good, wickets in hand, and certainly a very gettable score from here on.
Yes, these two batsmen will be looking to just rotate the strike for a few overs, then required run rate not. It's actually possible. It's not an impossible run rate. So they'll be looking to just get the singles, and Lahiru Malwata will be looking to get himself set. Dilan Suravir has been the pick of the bowlers for the Falcons team into his third over. The wicket seems to have set a little bit. And that's the over. 9 overs done. Thambapanni Lions 88 for 2.
Nice, bro. මචං දැක්කද මෙයා ඔසා දැක්කද කොහමද new commentator in town දැන් අපි තව ටික දවසකින් අපි
ලොකුම ප්‍රශ්නේ
වැඩි අප් කරන්න සල්ලි නෑ
මේක තමයි ලොකුම ප්‍රශ්නේ
තාම ට්‍රේනින් කියලා කියනවා
training මචං to come to දැන් මචං මම මචං games 800ක් විතර කරලා තියෙනවා commentator හැටියට 800ක් හරිද සමීර් කරලා තියෙන 1500 විතර මම 500ක්වත් කරන්න ඕනේ
අනිවාර්යයෙන් හැබැයි ඒ සමීර් ආවනේ
ඔව් ඇවිල්ලා first stage කරලා ගියේ
කරලාද ගියේ
ඔව්
පොඩි කාවදද
88 for 2. Tenth over now in progress. I mean, speak to us more about this young man, Mohammad Nafis. Out there in the middle, he's a special talent, isn't he? The amount of runs that he scored. But my question here is, I've seen him be a very, very good. You can utilize him as a very good all-rounder as well. You being the vice captain of the Thambapanni Lions, why don't you utilize him for bowling as well? I mean,
Yeah, that's a fair point you make, Atik. Actually, he just went for a small stint to Sri Lanka to play the T20 games there, but unfortunately he didn't play. But something that he has changed since coming to UAE is now he's bowling fast. I've been informed that he was a fast bowler when he was small as well, and actually today he bowled his 4-over quota also. So yeah, as you mentioned, he is a rising talent, and this is his first match he bowled for Thambapanni Lions, so it's a good addition, a great addition to have in our team. So yeah, one more player to watch out in the Thambapanni Lions squad.
well, certainly, definitely watch out for his growth. All cricket enthusiasts here in the UAE. He's somebody who can go a long, long way. Just as we did mention, he was taken under the wings of the legend Shamin Dawaz as well as Sanat Jayasuriya, Nuwan Zoisa. All of them having a very keen eye on the development of this youngster, Mohammad Nafis. When he gets going, it's such a pleasure to watch. Tonight, he's got a chance to show us what his metal's worth. So at the halfway stage, Thambapanni Lions 91 for 2. .91 for 2. Nadira Ishan comes into the attack. Some left arm spin. Many left arm spinners, including the one sitting with me right here in the com box. What's up with left-hand batters and left-arm spinners from Sri Lanka? I mean, seems to be a lot. And they seem to be coming up in bundles and bundles and bundles. What's the secret there?
Well, that's a special talent, I guess. That's pulled away straight to the field at the deep square leg region. The wicket doesn't seem to be suiting the spinners or the finger spinners today, rather than the previous match that Thambapanni Lions played.
Come on now, I mean, now just because you went for 39 runs of your 4 overs, you cannot give us excuses. Well, he's correcting me saying it's 3 overs, so that's even worse, my friend. You've gone for almost 16 runs an over.
That's a beautiful shot by Nafis. That's over the mid-wicket region for a 6. A much-needed boundary for Nafis. Yeah, you rightly mentioned it's not always the good days for the bowlers, especially at this time and age in cricket. So you're expected to go for some runs. That is normal. You could see the other day, even Dushman the Chamir, after a match-winning spell of 4 overs for just 9 runs, the next match he got hit around for around 64 runs.
Well, I mean, anything that makes you sleep better at night. But yes, you're absolutely right. Cricket's become a very batsman-dominated game due to the rules that favor the batters now. That's Apesh! Has it carried to the fielder? No, it has not. It's gone through the fielder at point. And it's hit for a boundary. That's a very high-risk shot there. That could have certainly been trouble. Mohammad Nafis has got to be careful. You cannot throw your wicket at this stage. I'd say that was a very loose shot on that occasion. You've already got some runs in this over. 8 wickets in hand. 9 overs to go. And I just felt that shot was unnecessary. 100 comes up for the Lions. It's 103 for 2. Good looking shot, but straight to the fielder. Oh, good piece of effort. And now that one will make them get an extra. Very unnecessary, so to say the least. Dilan Suravira, 1 for 18. 104 for 2. Straight to the fielder once again. A chance of a run out. 105 for 2. $106 for 2. Lairu Malwatta on strike. Oh, that's a good looking shot. Very good shot there on that occasion. Slightly risky. He did move towards the off stump. Had he missed it, I'll tell you, he was gone for all money there, Lairu. But the secret there was he did make good connection on that occasion. And he did pick up the gap to perfection.
That's good batting by Lahiro. The boundary, and they are looking for a 2. Beautiful running by the 2 batsmen. They come back for 2 runs. Just pops it into the gap. Dilan Suravira, his last 2 balls of his spell. That's cut away. And that's gone to the boundary. Another bad ball by Dilan Suravira. Short and wide. And beautifully picks the gap. Lairu Malwata, his second boundary in the over.
Well, the shot selections of the batters of the Lions has been nothing short of brilliant. They've been outstanding tonight. And it's been a great run chase so far. 116 for 2 after 11.5 overs. Lahiru Malwata, without us realizing, he's just merrily gone his way. He's up to 15 now. A very busy cricketer. And a dot ball to end it. So Dilan Suravira finishes his spell 1 for 30 of his 4 overs. 116 for 2. So Mohammad Nafis just slowly getting closer to that half century mark. He's on 49 now. I really like this innings here from Nafis. He steadied one end. It's been a very mature knock from this young man. Lahiru Malwata on the other end is playing some glorious strokes. He seems to be quite strong through that point region. And anything short and wide outside the off stump, this man is capitalizing on it. Another glorious hit.
Another cut shot and another boundary for Lahiru Malwata. Nadir Ishan once again short and wide, asking to be hit. And the batsman does him the favour. Once again shorter. It's good batting by Lahiru Malwata. The boundary and then the single. Nafis on 49. He'll be looking to tuck this into the gap and bring up another half century. Cut away straight to the fielder.
Well, just stacking up runs here, Mohammad Nafis. He got a start in the previous game. He was on 21. But today it's been a very mature knock. Again, stayed low on the occasion, Mohammad Nafis. The current run rate still very comfortable. Just only 60 required of 43 balls. Here we go. Just a gentle nab. A quick single towards covers. And Mohammad Nafis gets to another half century. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. What you're witnessing is the rise of a young star. The future of UAE cricket. Mohammad Nafis with another brilliant half century. 50 of 40 deliveries. And he certainly is making a very serious name for himself. Lions now 123 for 2 at the end of the 13th as players take drinks.
A change of ends for the final 7 overs of the game. Lairu Dadigama brought into the attack. Dilan Suraveera will be looking for a wicket. Wickets will be the only way now. Ceylon Falcons is going to win this game from this point onwards. They were able to get some runs in the last 7 overs of the game when they were batting. Beautifully played by Nafis for a single. They'll be looking to do the opposite when they are bowling. Lahiru Dadigama, one of their premier fast bowlers. They have been in multiple situations over the course of his career. On the other hand, Lahiru Malwatta, the captain of Thambapanni Lions, will be looking to steer his team home, and he will be looking to stay there until the end. That keeps low. This pitch has been a two-paced wicket, you could say. Uneven bounce, some balls rising, some balls keeping low. Lahiru Malwatta lucky that it was not wicket to wicket. Once again, a hoik by Lahiru Malwatta. This is not what is required at the moment. They'll be looking to just get the singles for 1 or 2 overs. They can afford it. Both batsmen are well settled in the crease as well. Let's run down for a single. That ball keeping a tad bit low as well.
I mean, being the vice captain of the Thambapanni Lions, tell us about what happens behind the scenes with regards to the player developments and the Thambapanni management as well, with regards to the support structure for the growth of these young cricketers that you see. And I'm sure not sure what really happened there. they're just having a discussion out in the center. I'm not sure what it's all about. Just waiting for a confirmation on that. So, I mean, just tell us about the management and about the structure within the Thambapanni setup, and how these young cricketers have been earmarked and supported from within.
Well, there is only one man we have to thank for being the main sponsor of Thambapanni Lions, Mr. Timothy Jesudasan. He has been the backbone of this team since the inception. We have seen so many talented Sri Lankan cricketers coming through the ranks while playing for Thambapanni Lions. So he has been the main financial sponsor as well. Not easy times for everyone with the current situation, but he has never said no to any request that is being made by the players. And we are a fully sponsored team, so no additional expenses for any player in the team currently. So we all thanks to Mr. Timothy Jesudasan and the Thambapanni brand. We are eternally grateful for his support throughout the years. So one is run down to long on region for a single. And also the senior players, they have been earmarking all of the talented cricketers all around the UAE circuit, especially the Sri Lankan cricketers. For example, Mohammad Nafis, Fatur Rahman, all talented Sri Lankan cricketers and young cricketers as well, coming through the ranks, playing for Thambapanni Lions. This one is slashed straight to the fielder, but that's another drop catch there. This is not what was required from the Ceylon Falcons team. Lairu Dadigama creating the opportunity, but this is not grabbed by the fielder. The fielding has been very poor by the Ceylon Falcons team. Another catch going down. Thambapanni Lions 127 for 2 after 14 overs.
Okay. 128 for 2. We're into the last 6 overs now. Well, this has been hit up high up in the air. It's over the fielder and gets a boundary. Mohammad Nafis, he carries on his merry way. He's into the 56 now. He's batting beautifully. Gihan Chaturanga. Well, he's had a forgettable night today. He's gone for plenty of runs tonight. 132 for 2. Oh, that's a glorious shot. What a stroke that was. Muhammad Nafis, you beauty. It was on the pads, it was full. And just look at that for class and timing. Magnificent strike there from Muhammad Nafis. Beautiful, look at that. Oh, that was class personified from this youngster. He's absolutely corked this off the middle. He's gone for 60. He's on 62 now of 44 deliveries, Muhammad Nafis. Batting beautifully, Gihan Chaturanga. Well, he's had an expensive night. 1 for 44 of 2.3 overs. Oh, that was a no ball. That one went horribly wrong. Could have been quite dangerous, but Mohammad Nafis does well. Trying to take evasive action. That was a dangerous beamer. No ball been called by the umpire as well. And just look at the replay again. Oh, that was right at the head end. Nafis does really well to move away from it. Well, definitely not intentional. Free hit coming up. Not timing that enough. Straight to the field though on the occasion. Just a single. So what an innings this is from Mohammad Nafis. Well, he needs to make sure that he sees the innings through. He's on 63. Still 38 more required. Not sure if he can get to 100 because he still needs another 37 more for 100. Lahiru Malwatta should not get more than a single for him to get 100. So Lahiru will keep strike. 15 overs done. 146 for 2. Oh, in fact, beg your pardon, one more delivery remaining. 145 for 2. Nafi is on 63. Great batting there, a quick single. Nafis will keep strike. Ends the over. 15 overs done. 146 for 2. Well, what's happened there? Saw Lahiru was pointing out something to the umpire. Well, I think is that the no ball check. Was there a no ball check? Did seem like he slightly overstepped there. And yes, free hit. So no ball being given by the umpire. So great awareness there. Not sure if that was what Lahiru had pointed out to the umpire as well. So free hit coming up. And it's Lahiru Malwatta on strike. Oh, that's a glorious shot. Glorious hit there by Lahiru. That's gone all the way for a 6 over covers. Gihan Chaturanga. Well, he's had a forgettable night today. He's gone for plenty of runs. Slightly full. Great connection there by Lahiru Malwatta. The 150 comes up for the Thambapanni Lions. It's 150. So Nadira into his third over now. We're down to the last 5 overs. Required run rate now below a runner ball. Exactly 28 more required for victory of 29 deliveries. It's a fantastic run chase. You cannot afford to lose wickets now at this stage. A 71 run partnership between these two so far. 71 or 45 between Nafis and Lahir Malwata. Both of them coming in together. With the score was at 83 for 2. When Fathur Rahman departed. Nafis has to see the game through right to the end. Look at that stats right below. 33 boundaries in this game. Right now the batters doing it with singles. In a comfortable position. Partnership 74 of 48 deliveries. Another single will keep Nafis on strike for the next over. 158 for 2. Well, down the leg side. Perhaps touch something on its way there. Perhaps a bit of pad or bat. But in fact, it's been given runs by the umpire. Trying to play across the line. Not necessary at this stage. Lahir Malwata, you've got just about a runner ball. Cannot afford to throw your wicket away. Just got to make sure that you see the game through. Been a decent over here by Shan Salgado. But there was a wide there on that occasion. Short and wide. Once again, nicely played off the back foot. Lahir Malwata has been extremely strong. Square of the offside. Anything around that region, 9 out of 10 times he's put it away for a boundary. The bowlers of the Falcons, well, they just seem to not have learned their lesson so far. It's been a forgettable night for the landsmen. Oh, this is a chance. This is a chance. This has been skied. Two fielders converging, but it falls in no man's land. This is completely unnecessary at this stage. You have to make sure that you see the game through. You see the team through. You do not want to even give a hint of whiff for the opposition to creep back into the game. Because sometimes a wicket falls. Can be quite tough for the new batter walking in. Can create a lot of pressure. 17 done, 166 for 2. So just 15 now required for victory. Hafiz has played so well. Well with the ball earlier. Andrew Paris bowled beautifully. Picked up 4 wickets. Stayed low there. Good shot on that occasion. And that's very, very sloppy again. The ground fielding has been appalling for the Falcons tonight. Many drop catches going down. The ground fielding, overthrows. None of it helping their cause. So just 13 required. The Raishan has gone wicketless, but he's bowled quite decently. Bowling the last ball of his spell now. Mohammad Nafis in his 70s, 70 of 53. Swept very nicely. He's got it fine and he's got a boundary. A great way to end the over. Nafis moves on to 74. Single digits now required. Thambapanni Lions now within touching distance of victory. Beautifully hit. Mohammad Nafis for a boundary. 174 for 2. 8 more runs required for victory. So Gayan Chintaka coming into the attack. He's one of their players that the Falcons really look up to as far as the batting is concerned. Gayan Chintaka. 2 matches he's not been able to perform. He's one of those impact players when he gets going. There's no ground that is too small for him. He can hit a long ball, Gayan Chintaka. Lahiru Malwatta now on 41. So just 7 more runs required for victory now. Well, he goes down the ground. He goes hard. He goes handsome. He goes big. Onto the side screen for a maximum. Lahiru Malwatta, what a brilliant shot that was. And with that, he closes the innings off. I thought there was another 1 more run required, but well, it's game done and dusted. Thambapanni Lions have just romped home by 8 wickets. It's a proper dribbling for the opposition. But the Falcons, well, they have only themselves to blame. Mohammad Nafis, what an outstanding effort. There we go. 75 or 55 balls, 8 boundaries and 3 sixes to his name. And also picking up a wicket in his 4 overs. He was absolutely magnificent today. Very well played, young man. 17 years of age. And making a very serious statement for himself is Mohammad Nafis. So huge congratulations here to the Thambapanni Lions. And commiserations to the Colombo Falcons. The Ceylon Falcons, I beg your pardon. Players rightfully all shaking hands. Ceylon Falcons. Well, they've got to get back to the drawing board and try and figure out what went wrong. And to me, it was all to do with the ground fielding. Many catches going down, not helping their cause. Got to tighten the screws if they are to compete at this level. So that's the game done and dusted. Thambapanni Lions, they win by a massive margin of victory. Win by 8 wickets. And it's been an outstanding performance. Certainly outplaying the opposition in all departments. Well, we will take a short break, and when we come back, we will have the post-match presentation for the Man of the Match award. Stay tuned.
बता दो हाँ या ना में जवाब दो आरएफ वीडियो आ रही है आरएफ कैमरा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा भाई आरएफ कैमरा आ रहा है तो वही पूछ रहा हूँ इतनी देर से मैं हेलो 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 आपकी ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड भी होनी चाहिए ठीक है भाई
Mic test. Mic test. Mic test. Mic test. 1, 2, 3. Mic test. Start. Welcome. Welcome to the post-match presentation, ladies and gentlemen. What an exciting run fest we've had here at the Karwan Sports Club. It's match number 6 and the game between the Ceylon Falcons and the Thambapanni Lions. And the Thambapanni Lions, they were brilliant throughout the game. And they won by a massive margin of 8 wickets, with the Ceylon Falcons batting first, scoring 181 for 9. And in response, Thambapanni Lions winning by 8 wickets, romping home in double quick time. So massive congratulations to the Thambapanni Lions and commiserations to the Ceylon Falcons. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump straight on now to the Man of the Match award. Well, there is absolutely no surprises there whatsoever, because there is one rising star that we speak of so very highly, and that is none other than Mohammad Nafis. A magnificent innings with the bat, 75 not out, as well as with the ball, 1 for 33. And well, we have a special request here, because Mohammad Nafis, as we all know, we'd like to call his father, Mr. Wazir, on stage to hand over the award of the Man of the Match to his son. Mr. Wazir, please come up on stage. A proud father, Mr. Wazir, a man who's been behind the growth of his son for many years, supporting him right throughout. And also, can you, Mr. Wazir, can you also please collect the gift hamper? It's a special gift hamper from Naturals, a wellness product. Certainly a memorable moment for these youngsters, 17 years of age, and making a very serious name for himself. Nafis, firstly, huge congratulations. We spoke about it the other day. You got a start. Unfortunately, was not able to carry through. Today seemed like you played with a different intent. You wanted to make sure that you saw the game through, and you did it to perfection. I'd like to know your thoughts.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's a big pleasure, we're getting a Man of the Match in the Slcl Provincial. I think my second game, and getting the Man of the Match is a very big honor for me. Our game plan was very simple. 180 on the target. We know we can do it. We backed ourselves. All we had was play positive.
Well, quickly, a few thoughts about the surface as well, because we did see earlier on in the game, wickets kept tumbling in the first innings, but then right there towards the end, batters were able to start scoring runs. Did you feel that when you went out to bat, the pitch was playing better? We did see that there was some invariable bounce as well. What are your thoughts on the surface?
Definitely. I feel like it changed, the varied bounce, varied pace as well. So we had to adjust very quickly, and I think we did that very well.
Well, Nafis, firstly, once again, huge congratulations. Thoroughly enjoyed you play. We want to see more innings of you in the future. You have a great future ahead of you. Good luck, congrats, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Mohammad Nafi is the man of the match. A very, very good all-round performance from this youngster. Well, that's about it we have here, but do join us again tomorrow for live action coming your way. Till then, it's goodbye and good night from all of us.